I'm Michael Salzman, and I'm the tuba and euphonium instructor here at Hofstra University in New York. The purpose of this video is for me to demonstrate and explain some aspects of the piece of music I wrote entitled Explorations 1. Explorations 1 was written in an aleatoric style. Aleatoric music, also known as chance music, gets its name because a lot of what will happen in the performance will take place by chance. The composer gives the performer a great deal of discretion, and things that are performed in the piece can be different every time it's played. It's a really fun style of music to play in, and there are some great pieces of music written for our instrument in this style. So I wrote this piece as kind of an introduction to the tuba player who is interested in exploring these techniques, thus the title, Explorations 1. So before I play through the piece for you, what I'd like to do is just demonstrate some of the techniques that I'm looking for. You'll notice at the very beginning of the piece, these big note heads on stems. And if you look in the key, you'll see that what I'm asking for here is for you to slap the mouthpiece with the palm of your hand, like this. Now everybody who's ever played the tuba has made this sound. What you want to be careful of here is that you don't get the mouthpiece stuck in the tuba. So there's two things you can do. One, every time I put my mouthpiece into the tuba, I give it a little twist to the right. And when I take it out, I give it a little twist to the left. It's almost like I'm screwing it in and unscrewing it to take it out. The receiver on the tuba gets used to this motion, and that way it kind of locks it in place but makes it so that you can easily take it out every time. The other thing you want to do is remember that when you're playing this, there's no reason to hit the mouthpiece very hard. We're looking for a big sound, but you don't have to use a lot of force in order to get that big sound. Just make sure you get a good seal right on the mouthpiece. So the beginning of the piece will sound like this. Okay? And make sure that you play the accents, but without pushing too hard on the mouthpiece. Okay? Good. Then in the next section, you see some traditional notation, again some accented notes. And that's followed by these squiggly lines with some arrows pointing up. What I'm looking for here are glissandos in the staff. Something like this. You want to use all your vowels, all right, and you want to play aggressively. You'll see here 4 of them in a row. They do not all have to be the same. They could be. However it comes out is up to you. But I'm looking for something like this. Next, you see X's on stems in a rhythm the same as we saw at the very beginning. And if you look at the key, you'll see that what I'm looking for is for you to slap the bell of the tuba below the lead pipe, right here. So very similar to the beginning. That's followed by the main theme of the solo in a very flowing style, mezzo forte, very lyrical, presented in 1 octave in the staff and then down an octave. Right. Very straightforward. And that brings us to the next section, where the performer is asked to sing and play at the same time. The notes that are notated with an S next to them are the notes that you sing, and the others you play. It's a very common technique in this style of music. And simply, you buzz to get the note you want to play. You hum or sing in your throat to get the sound of the sung notes. And when you do them together, you get this. Do that in the tuba, and you get this. What I did in this section of the piece was first I give you the B flat to sound so that you get it in your ear, and then I ask you to play a unison. Right. and then sustain the B flat while singing a variation of the main theme. It'll sound like this. Is that if you sing really well in tune with yourself, the consonant intervals will really ring. So especially here, when you get to the perfect fifth, when you're singing the F over the B flat, all right, if you sing it in tune, it'll really ring nicely. In a nice room like this, you'll really hear that interval sing out. And as soon as you sing up the half step to go to the G flat to get that minor sixth, you really feel the dissonance between those intervals, okay? Once again, listen for the perfect fifth and then the dissonance of the minor sixth. In the next section, we start to move a little. All right? First, you'll sing and play a B flat, sing a C, then a D flat, and then I want you to sing and play in thirds. And the best way to do this, the playing part is rather simple, so just let your natural ability and what you know how to do on the tuba take place and concentrate a little more on the singing. All right? So that's where you're going to really focus your attention and let the playing happen. So it'll sound like this. The singing stops and then the tuba just fades away. All right. The next section, very common in aleatoric music, improvisation. It is completely up to you what you want to do here. The only guidelines I give you is I give you 20 to 30 seconds to do this, and I ask for you to play in a lyrical style in the key of B flat minor. Something like this. Register what you actually play. All of that is completely at your discretion. Have fun with it. All right. Next, you'll see some notation that is actually very common in aleatoric music. First, we see note stems without note heads. The instructions will tell you that all you need to do is play approximately a note that would be where that note head would be if it were written. You want to stay in the key of B flat minor? That's completely up to you. If you want to move away into another key, whatever you want to do is fine. The only thing that you're asked to do is that the note stems get closer to each other, you should play faster. All right? And when they're spread out, take a little more time and play the notes closer together as the stems get closer together. So this section will sound a little like this. And next you see these note heads with arrows pointing up or down. What I'm asking you to do here is to play a very high note or a very low note. Which note, again, is up to you. Depends on your range and what you're comfortable doing. All right? If you have an extended range in both directions, then push it. You know? And if not, there is no right or wrong. So don't worry about making a mistake here. You can't. Try and play an approximate rhythm based on how close the notes are to each other. of fun playing this because it really can be a lot of fun. All right, then we get back to some of the techniques we've seen earlier in the piece, and that will bring us to the end. So now I want to play this piece for you, but before I do, I want to give you one more piece of advice. When you play this, do it very dramatically. Be dramatic in your performance and bring your audience into the performance. So with your facial expressions, with your mannerisms, try and just make sure that you're being dramatic with it. It'll add to the fun of playing it, and it will add to the fun for your audience. So here's my piece that I wrote, Explorations 1 for solo tuba. that you have fun playing this piece. I certainly had a lot of fun writing it. I think it fits nicely into this collection. It's certainly very different from anything else you'll find in this book. And I hope that playing this piece encourages you to seek out some of the more difficult compositions for our instrument that are written in this style. Certainly that was my goal in writing Explorations 1 for you. I also hope that your journey as a tuba player is as exciting as mine has been and continues to be. Playing the tuba has brought me to some great places and has brought me close to some really great people and has given me great opportunities to make music. It's been a wonderful journey for me, it continues to be, and I hope that your journey as a tuba player is as rewarding for you. Thank you very much.